Oh yeah. What's up? What's up? Oh, I am always trying to figure out how to get this stream set up in the right format. And because I don't stream often, so I got to figure it out. So, and I'm down all low. And I don't want to be this low. But it is what it is, so I kind of have to deal with it. What's up, y'all? Happy 4th. Happy 4th, happy 4th. What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing? Oh, boy. I'm tired, and it's early. I'm tired, and it's early. But I had to pull my alternators off of the hardest trailblazer because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the plugs work fine. I need to actually check them just to make sure. But I realized I did make an error. And when I did rush and put my alternators in, I'll let you guys kind of know what's going on with that. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm hoping that it corrects what I experienced here in the last couple of shows. Actually, I think, yeah, the last couple shows, actually, as far as my charging goes. And I think it all had to do with my plug. Not saying that the plug was messed up. I just forgot to add something whenever I was putting in my alternator. So, and we're gonna fix that today with some plug freshies. So that's what we're gonna do this morning. I'm actually working on an enclosure that I need to go ahead and get finished, which will probably be finished assembling today. I'm gonna show you guys that. And yeah, just got a few things going on today. And I just want to try to get this out there for those who are looking to understand how to build one of these things for the cheap. But you can always get somebody to build you one or buy it. The only place, well, not the only place, but every alternator place that sells alternators will sell you a boost plug. But again, you can build them yourself or even make a business out of it, kind of like I do. And I just build the plugs and send them out. But I send mine out as a kit. Like you'll get the fuse tap, and then you'll get the plug built, and all of that good stuff, and however many diodes you want in there, regardless of what boost it is. For me, I only want to boost mine up to 15.5, and then I'm gonna kind of show you how to read the diodes, and of course, simple math. Simple math. This only works for internally regulated alternators. Internally regulated alternators. What that means is that this regulator right here is internally boosting the alternator up to a certain voltage that's preset on the alternator itself. So this one is preset to 14.8, this actual regulator. That's why it's internally regulated. That's the best way I can explain it to you in dummies terms. because I'm a big dummy. But that's the best way I can explain it. Makes sense to me. I hope that it makes sense to you. I'm trying to find where I can see. Usually I will. Here it is. I was trying to find out where I could see my chats because I can't see them right now, guys. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna just try to pull this up so I can take a look and see what you guys are saying, if you're saying anything. All right, Randy. Good morning, my boy. Good morning. Yeah, I'm needing one up to 0.5 volts. The Tahoe doesn't like over 16. Uh, that's interesting because I got a friend that charges up to 16.1 on his Tahoe, and it works fine. And he's running C Max. So that's interesting that you said that. But I mean, hey, you may have other things that may be going on in there that maybe doesn't like 16. I don't know. But yeah, he runs 16.1. And usually the Tahoes and General Motors stuff, you can run them pretty high without any issues. Got another guy, he runs his 16.2. And of course, he has a turn on and off switch on his. So maybe look into that because you can get two alternators on there, and you know and do it that way. Then that way you just like turn it on and off whenever you demo it or something like that. But I don't I don't know. I'd be glad to make you one. It's not a big deal. Send you out a kit, but I'd be glad to make you one if you need one. Not a problem. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, man? Just seen that video, man, of you doing base wars. That's what's up, man. Gotta get that thing loud. Happy 4th, everybody. Once again, happy 4th. Happy 4th. Just in my, I'm trying to, let me see if I could back this up so you can see a little bit better. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to angle everything so you can see what I'm doing. But anytime you got these boost plugs, which this is the one I had right here. And I'm just gonna do a freshie. It's not a big deal. I think this still works. I could actually check it and find out. If it still works. Pretty sure it does. Not saying that it don't, but I'm just doing a little freshie on diodes because sometimes they go bad, and then sometimes they don't. But if you do have a boost plug, let's see what you got. Out here killing buzz, figure out we get caught up on some work. Yeah, I feel that, man. The rear windows stop working when it goes to 16 volts. Oh, okay. Do you have two alternators or one? If you've got two and you're running, I always say the better part of running a 16-volt system is more than one alternator. And if you just gotta have both alternators, I learned a little trick while I was at Slamology. Take your 12-volt accessory wire and get it off of your 16-volt and put it on a step down. And then step down your accessory wire from 836, like an 8 and 36 step down. And then that way your accessories will only see 12 volts. Because your 16-volt system basically is running the system. And you can, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can do that. You can step down your accessory wire, running all of your accessories in the truck, your turn on and all that stuff, and then just step it down to 12. And that should fix it. Try that. See if that works. See if that works. All right. So look. I mean, just look at that thing, man. Look at it. I didn't get it painted, man, because I was a little broke at the time I bought it, but I wished I would have. I always said painting is overrated anyway. Doesn't really. I mean, yeah, if you got your hood open or whatever, it looks cool. But for me, it's function. But this thing, I like that. I like the way this looks. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. Now, this is for the replay for most people who don't know how to read a diode. Now, so you want to turn. Now, see, I've got a digital. I've had this thing for probably 20 plus years. When I used to work at a little machine shop and everything, when I used to do pipe brazing and I used to wire up high voltage panels. Don't ask me to do it now because I have no idea I can't remember how to do it. uh, but um, but yeah, I've had this thing for a long time, so I know that you switch it to that reading there, and normally that read continuity, and this is basically the diode. You see that little. Now, I don't have my glasses on, but I think it's on this side. That little white line, that points towards the alternator. Towards the alternator whenever you're building these. So basically towards the plug, right? Not away from the plug, towards the plug. Points towards the plug. So whenever you're reading these diodes, you want to put the positive side of your meter on right here, on the side that doesn't have the stripe, and then the negative side on this side. All right. That's going to read your diode. So this one will be 0.575. So basically, yeah, 0.6. Now, let's just say your alternator is charging at 14.8, right? Let's see if my math skills are still good. Let's see if Miss Griswold taught me anything. 0.8. And, oh yeah, it was 15.7. I mean, 5. No, 0.575. Look at that, Miss Griswold. See that? So we go 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I right? Let me see. 8. Let me do it old school. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, that's how we learn. Throw this up here. And then that is 5, 1. Now look at there. Now we got to round. See that? We got to round this up. So 5. So round this to, actually it's rounded to the nearest 10th. Look at that. I still remember some stuff. Round to the nearest 10th. So we got to look over to the right. So that's 15.4. I got it. But we're going to boost it a little higher than that. I think it was 0.5 though. I think it was. Just a little bit higher than that. Because whenever in the summertime, it's going to read a little lower anyway. So let's see. See if I was if my memory's still good. Yeah, 0.574. So it's not really a roundup because it doesn't even really matter on those last two. So it's like 0.5. So, but we're going to put two diodes in here. And then we're going to see what the plug reads after that. Because it should go down anyway in the summertime. Then it may go up slightly a little bit in the winter. So if you're reading a plug that's already built and you're trying to check your diodes, and remember the negative side, which is this side. Nope, I'm sorry. Hold on. What did I say earlier? Hold on. Let's do this. So I'm not saying negative side. I'm not even going to do that to confuse you guys. Now I can't see. Where's that stripe at? I can't see. Don't have my glasses on. There it is. Yeah, that's the stripe side. All right. So you see we got a reading from the stripe side. See? Gives you a reading. So if you reverse this, let's just see what it does. Dang. Let's see what it does if you reverse it. Let's see if you get anything. Nothing. See? It's reversed. So you get nothing. So that's how you know. Turn it. See? Get a reading. Now let's just say you're trying to reach your plug, right? So we know that this is supposed to point towards the alternator. So we're going to take this and put this in, right? So let's just say this plug is what we're trying to read the diode in, right? So we should be able to stick it inside of here and get a reading. See that? So look at that, 0.552, okay? So I would think that there's only one diode in this plug. Let's check the other one. See, like I said, it's got to point towards the plug. This is where the diode's at right in here. So it's got to point towards the plug whenever you're building these things. This is for the replay, guys. See that? 0.553. Now, I'm gonna go over it one more time with just a regular diode. Now, remember, those read 0.553. This is where you decide where you want your alternator to charge from 14.8. So if we got the one diode, again, this diode's a little bit stronger than the one that's in there. This is 0.569. Remember the math, it'll put me at 15.4. So if you put 2 in there, that'll put you closer to about 15.8. Right around 15.6 on a hot day, I'm thinking. Now you also got to consider what amps you run. So if you run anything other than salts, you're good. But if you drive your vehicle like in the winter, prepare for about 15.9 or 16 volts on a cold start. It'll probably go back down a little bit, but prepare for that. Now, whenever you're doing these diodes, you have to have them in parallel with each other. So these two will go in parallel towards the alternator. And let me just show you real quick. If I do that, now I got them both twisted. And let's see what boost I'll get then. Now remember, if I did this, I lost the diode. I lost it. Oh, where's it at? Just pull another one. Can't see right now. All right, so let me do this again. And I'm going to do it correctly. I'm not going to do it incorrectly. So I'm going to twist these together. And know where I want to boost, right? Okay. Now, see that? All right, now remember, this is going towards the alternator, so which one you get? Correct, black. So this one gets the red. Uh-oh. So, with these two running in parallel, I'm trying to, hold on, I didn't grab it. That's what type of boost you're going to get. 1.1. So that will put you where? Right at around 15.8. See that? So you take that 1, you put in, you say you're internally charging at 14.8. So you put in that two diodes, and that's where you're going to be charging at. 3 diodes, 4 diodes, whatever. But really, technically, you're going to be probably charging around 15.6 at best. And there are other diodes that's a little bit, and I think I might have some. I have to look for them. That goes a little bit less than that. But I want some strong ones. Let's see. I wanted to check one of my plugs too to see if it was working. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll do that later. This is basically showing you how to build the plug itself. And most likely, since I've already checked those plugs, because that's what I wanted to do anyway, I'm just going to go back and run my plugs that I had on there. The problem was, and I did say I was going to get to that, the problem was with these alternators, you have to have a resistor in line. Got to have a resistor in line on the L side of the alternator. The alternator don't care. See this? The alternator doesn't care what color the plugs are, just long as you are using the correct plug. So this one will be your sense wire. This one will be your L wire, basically your power wire. Alternator doesn't care. You have to look at your plug and see what an L and S is. on the alternator. And that would be your sense wire. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I don't know why I got interrupted. I think I might be getting a phone call, but it's all good. But I don't know. I'm thinking about just going ahead and building a bigger plug. Oh yeah, so basically what I was saying was like on your alternator there'll be indentions on the actual regulator itself that'll say L and S, and it's on GM alternators is usually on this side and that side. This, like I said, this is the L and this is the S. So the L and the S sense wire, and then the L wire, which goes to the turn on for the alternator. Then what ends up happening, you have to have one of these, right? Or you can plug it to a relay. Now this is pigtailed, or you could plug it to a relay to cut on. That's a more safer method. I got away from that method and just did this. I mean, it's the same, essentially. Just a fuse tap that goes into the ignition switch that turns on with the car, and then it turns the alternator on, so forth and so on. So all of this is good. Now, if you did a relay, see, it's probably even better if you did a relay. So that way, voltage and all that stuff. I used to have a relay on it, but I didn't. Now, so with saying that, so we are going to, now remember, look, you can always look at a GM plug and see which ones you need to pull out. You can always look at it. Now, again, this is like simplified. So you can see which ones to pull out. Turn the GM plug over. This is the sense wire. This is the L wire. We're going to pull out this one. That one. And then we're going to pull out this one. All right. So that leaves the plugs in here like that. Take your pliers. Pull these on out. All right. Now you got your plug. Take this, cut it right here. Remember, this is the sense wire. Cut it right here. Somewhere around there. Strip this. Okay. All right. Now, we're just going to run one diode because we know what it charges up to, right? So let me get me another diode. I'm going to make, I'm just making a plug just to kind of show you guys. So we're going to remember, don't forget. See that? Goes towards the plug, towards the alternator. Okay. Take this, wrap it around real good. Get it all wrapped around. Okay, like that. All right, gonna turn on our soldering iron. See that? And we're gonna hold the plug itself with our helping hands. Okay. Let's get you down here so you can see the solder. Soldering is very simple to do. Let no one tell you different. Very easy. After you've done a solder, like say previously, clean off your iron. That's what I always do. I don't use flux. There's no reason to even use it, to be honest. You just don't need it. Take your little bit of solder, put it on the tip. Let's do this thing right here. Put your little solder on the tip. Hold it. And just let it belt on there. Okay. Now, take your other red wire. Move this back a little bit. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get you the right angle. I apologize. Strip that. Get that always around there, like that. Take this in and hold it tight. Put your little solder on here. Take this. Sorry, guys, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see that well when I'm trying to look down in here. That. Take your little heat shrink. Take a little heat shrink. I always double this one. I always double the heat shrink on here. Always. I always double it. Let me get, I got the wrong one. No, I had the right one. I had the right one. They got it. I think that's it. It's like sliding on the rubber. Too small. So we need extra large magnums. All right, there. All right. So take this, because we know we're going to go back to the alternator. We We know this plug is going right back right here. So take that, make it about that length. Take this. Five sixteenths. Fits on there perfect. Wait a minute. See if we get that in there. That. Get a crimp. Crimp this. Wait a minute. Crimp it on this one. But get a little bit of tug. It's good. I don't normally use a torch. I always use my air. And that's it. Now, does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Remember I tested the other one earlier. Let's see. Let's just see if it works. Okay. Remember it goes on this side, right? If I remember right. Goes on that side. And then we'll read it. Oh. There we go. That's what we wanted. 0.558. Now remember, this is the one that you can, oh, hold on. Turn this off. I'm burning stuff. Remember, this is the one you buy. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's the one you buy. See that? 0.548. It's the one I just made. Remember that one read 0.548. This one read 0.563. This one's a little stronger. Okay? And that's how you do it, my friends. What questions y'all got? For the guys that are now just basically coming in on the replay, you're watching the video for the first time, leave questions down in the comments and I will answer them accordingly. All right, what's up, man? What's up, Chevy Addict? What's going on, man? So in theory, I could just install a switch to cut the blue wire and run 14.8 and switch it and shows to boost up voltage. I had essentially, yeah. I could just install a switch to cut the blue. Yeah. And just, you know, run your 16 side whenever you want to start demoing, basically. That's what a lot of dudes do whenever they're doing a 16 volt system. They cut that crap off because the truck don't like it. Sometimes. But yeah, they cut it off to get it under that 16 so all of the other stuff don't fry. I mean, because whenever you demo and I don't care what nobody say, you're gonna get some drop. It may be 0.2, it may be 0.2, maybe a lot. Just depends on how much power you're running. and how much juice you're pulling. I don't get significant drop. I drop from about 15.3 to about 14.7. So I'm still staying high 14s. I had a relay failed and made my alts stay on, and they were on for 5 days before I noticed. Yep. That's why that's interesting. Let's see, if the relay fails, the relay should shut off. But if a fuse fails, it's just gonna pop. It's just gonna pop. But yeah, I see that. That's crazy, man. The one other thing that I was gonna say was, again, whenever you running the brand X alternators, he clearly tells you to put in a resistor. He clearly tells you that. So make sure that you put in a resistor in line right here, and then run the rest of your wire out, and you're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna use some new plugs. I'm gonna use the new ones because they freshies. So pull this one out, pull the black out, and pull the yellow. So here we go. And then I'm gonna do the same process again. I'm gonna try to keep the wires the same length as the other ones. And yeah, we're gonna get it done. I appreciate everybody taking the time out and hollering at me and going through this little tutorial. I hope that you learned something. If you're watching the video for the first time, leave me a message. Yo, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and shoot, man. That's it. Peace out. Happy 4th, guys.